Hi everybody, this is Felicia. I have a layout today of one of my favorite places. Remember when I was talking about that early on in my videos that I love beaches? So this is of a beach that's located in San Francisco and is located by a restaurant called the Cliff House, which formerly used to be a bathhouse a long, long time ago. A lot of it's gotten torn down by the waves and the weather and all that kind of stuff. And but it's really nice area over there, and I love taking the photos of beaches. It's just one of the things that I just love doing. So I'm here with my next layout here of the Can't Go Home kit from the Scraptastic Club kit. I'm sorry. And I am narrowing it down. I think I might have one more in me after this one, so I'm not quite sure. But here you see me. I'm going to be doing a different kind of a technique this time, and I've seen Nicole Jones do this with her wood veneer, so I figured I'd try it with my die cut here, which is I'm going to create like in two-toned kind of ombre look here on this die cut. So I'm using one of the Tim Holtz inks there, and I forgot which inks they were, of course, typical. um, but I'm using the darker color on the top and the lighter color on the bottom. And then I'm going to be sticking that right there because that's going to serve as my title. And that worked out really well. So you're going to be seeing some close-ups of it here at the end of how that looks. It really turned out really, really good. And I apologize, I didn't hold it up to the camera because I I had company over while I was scrapping, so you might see me kind of veer off a little bit here and there when and it may look like my hands are talking, but I was actually talking to someone, so sorry about that. So I think that's one of the times right here. I'm like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. So I am putting a strip down here. Now the Scraptastic kit came with a bunch of stuff, and including a 12 by 12 with a bunch of strips on it. So I decided to use some of that at the bottom. And since the title said Explore, I took that strip off the bottom that said Explore as well. And here you see me inking the edges so I can define it because I wanted more defined, the blue more defined, and so I decided to use that. Ink all the edges here of the pieces, of the main pieces that is. So I'm inking around the edges here of that paper because I kind of matted that on some rainbow striped paper, and I only wanted a little bit of it to be shown. And what I'm using right now is a finger dauber, and I have a whole bunch of those, and those things you can really control where the ink is going. So I really, really like using the ink daubers there. Sometimes I use the Tim Holtz tool, and then sometimes I don't. But depending on how big it is, if I want to get around little edges and corners, I use the finger dauber. So now I'm going to commit to putting all these pieces down here, and after they've been inked, of course. And I'm trying to remember what order and how I had them down there. So I'm testing out my memory here on this one. You could say that. And so there I'm putting down the photos there of that beach. That beach was so beautiful, you guys. I mean, like I said, I am a beach person, and I love taking photos of beaches because it's just so peaceful, and I stay there for hours when I do go. So, and the beaches are they're about an hour less away from me right about now. So, I mean, it's not that, long of a drive, or it's not even that hard of a drive. They're like San Francisco is a little over an hour for me, and on a good day with no traffic, and then the rest of the Bay Area is about an hour, maybe less, depending on traffic. So, but this beach was really nice, and I took a photo of it, but I didn't scrap it yet. But it's a photo of one of the tunnels that was there at this beach, and you can walk through that tunnel, and you can see all the waves washing up, and you can also hear them. It sounds like just it creates a tremendous amount of ear pressure, but it's still nice to kind of walk through there and hear the waves hitting up against these rocks. I mean, they're really hitting these rocks. So it's interesting. So I'm going to be gluing down some of the vellum pieces here, and those are vellum cameras from the Scraptastic. Those are exclusive to the kit. And then that yellow camera up the top is also exclusive to the kit. And there's a bunch of die cut pieces and things like that that I'm putting down. And that vellum is from the Pink Paisley Atlas Collection ephemera pack. And I'm going to be using my stamp here. And the video kind of cuts out. After I pull out the stamps a little bit, I cut off the video to go do something. And then, of course, in typical fashion, I forgot to turn it back on. So you're gonna, a lot gets skipped here, guys, and I apologize for that. Otherwise, this would have been a good 12-minute, almost 15-minute video. So there you see, I skipped a lot, not on purpose, sorry. I added some washi tape at the bottom, and that little bottle that you see me putting the little black dots on has a tip in it like the fine line glue bottle. And when I do my haul, I'll tell you what that is. That's a secret. Actually, it's not really a secret. Let's see if I can remember what that was. It is called, oh yeah, Irresistibles, and it's from Imagine Crafts, and it's got a little fine line point on it, just like the fine line glue bottle. It's really cool to use, and then when it dries, it's really shiny like an enamel dot. So it's really cool. And they have different colors. I just thought I'd try it. So sorry, like I said, I skipped a lot. So there you see, I did some journaling at the bottom there with the washi. Cut the washi, in half and ripped it in half so it can get a nice little texture and wavy look there. And then you see those black dots. It takes it a little while to dry, but they're worth it once you see it. So thank you guys for watching, and take care. Bye.